Summer is just around the corner, so we're trying to start eating a little bit healthier. So last night was turkey meatballs with homemade potato wedges. So I started by parboiling the potatoes. Then I took 2 slices of white bread, cut off the crusts and blended that up. I poured that into a hot pan and just got that nice and brown and toasted. So I put the breadcrumbs into a bowl, added a splash of milk and then made it into sort of like a paste like this. Then I added my turkey mince in and combined that well. Then it was time to season the meat, so I added in some onions, some garlic, some chopped parsley, some paprika. Then I used some Italian herbs, some oregano, some garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, some sea salt and some black pepper. Then I combined that together. Then I cracked in 1 egg and combined that as well. You don't want to over combine, so just get it all nice and mushed together, and then we're going to start forming them into meatballs. So just roll the meat between the palm of your hands and make a couple of meatballs. Then they go into the oven at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. You flip them and then put them back in for another 15 minutes. Then it's time to make the coating for the wedges. So a little bit of oil, some paprika, some garlic granules and a bit of all-purpose, and then mix that all together. Then once the potatoes are parboiled, I let them cook for about 15 minutes because you don't want them too soft because you've got to cut them. I cut them into wedge shapes, put them into an oven dish and then covered them in that oil mixture. I used my hands to get them completely coated. They went into the oven at 180 for around half an hour. Then I started to make my sauce, so I used garlic, onions, tomato puree, garlic puree, chopped cherry tomatoes and some parsley. Then I added in half a jar of passata, some chopped tomatoes, some beef stock and gave that a good mix together. Then I added in some Worcestershire sauce, some Italian herbs, some paprika, some garlic and onion granules, and then a little bit of sea salt and black pepper. I also add in 2 bay leaves and give that a good mix to combine it all together. So once that's combined, I add in some Parmesan cheese, probably around 4 to 5 tablespoons worth, a handful of low-fat cheese and give that a good mix until the cheese is all melted. Then after around half hour of cooking, I take the meatballs out and I cook them in the sauce for an additional 20 minutes, stirring them continuously. So after about 15-20 minutes in the oven, I take the wedges out and flip them and put them back in for another 15 minutes. And then I get started on my rocket salad, which is just rockets, some shaved parmesan, some salt and pepper, some vinaigrette and a squeeze of lemon juice. So after about 30 to 40 minutes of cooking, the wedges are done. This is how they come out, looking nice and crispy. The meatballs are all nice and soft because they cooked in that sauce, and that salad is so good. I've been loving rocket at the moment. So let me know if you try this one and how you find it.